your boss lady realtor here in Austin, Texas. If this is your first time on my channel and you want to learn everything about living, working, eating, breathing, sleeping, and playing in Austin, Texas, make sure to click that subscribe button and click that notification button so you get notified every time that I have a new video. I get calls and texts every day from folks just like you who are thinking about relocating to the Austin area. If you're thinking about moving anywhere to the Austin metro, please call, text, email, or send me an Instagram DM, or like literally whatever works for you. If you want to move to Austin, I got you. Today, we are going to be talking about the Travis Heights neighborhood in South Central Austin, and we're going to be talking about the cost of living in Travis Heights. So I've got some information for you. If you're ready, I'm ready. Let's go. So let me start with the location. The Travis Heights neighborhood is set just west of 35, one of our major highways is 35, up until South Congress, north of Altorf, which runs east and west, up to East Riverside. So it's kind of shaped like a rectangle with like a little whoop at the top. I also want to share with you some history about this neighborhood, what it used to be, and why it is as popular and in such high demand as it is today. So Travis Heights, back in the day, like early 80s, I would say late 70s, was considered to be kind of a southern suburb of Austin. A lot of people know the neighborhood for having little, I would really say like matchstick homes built anywhere from like 1930s up until about the early 50s. So a little story for you. There was a client that I was helping a few years ago who had purchased a home in Travis Heights in 1984, it was 1983, 84, let's say 84. It was a 920 square foot home that he bought to raise his 4 daughters in. It was him and the girls, like the 4 girls. He got that house because he told me it was the cheapest house in the neighborhood. He bought it for $11,000 and he ended up selling it, I want to say, when was this, in 2016, for like $540,000, and it wasn't even in that good of condition. Isn't that crazy? So this neighborhood has grown a ton. There, like I mentioned, there is a ton of demand. A good portion of it is right on South Congress, which is where you can find a ton of shops. There's like quirky mom and pop shops. There's costume shops. There's Amy's Ice Cream, which you guys know that I love. There's just like little boutique-y type places. There's all sorts of like little pubs and bars, higher end hotels. There's so much going on there, and it is extremely walkable. This is probably one of the more walkable neighborhoods in Austin proper, and it's super popular. Also, Travis Heights has really good access to Lady Bird Lake and the lake walking and running trails. So that's one of the other reasons why it's super popular. So yeah, let's talk about the cost of living, which is what this video is about. There's a pretty wide range of styles of homes as well as price ranges in the Travis Heights neighborhood. You can get, for instance, a decent sized condo, like a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom condo that's in like okay condition for about $300,000 to about $350,000. Or you can get a much larger, newer, if not brand new home for about 1.8 up until about $2 million. If you're looking to rent, this area also has several newer apartment developments as well as condos that are available for rent. Those can go anywhere from about $1,700 is kind of like the bottom of where they're at, up until about $2,000 depending on the size, condition, etc. If you're looking for a single family home, you can expect to pay anywhere from about $2,500 for a smaller little house up until about $3,800 a month in rent for a bigger space. So let's talk about the cost of living for like groceries, food, gas, and all that kind of stuff. One of the main points in the South Congress neighborhood is actually South Congress and Altorf. There's an old HEB there. It's HEB, the letters. It stands for Henry E. Butts. It's like our trophy grocery store in Central Texas. But there's a really old one there that has been there for a very long time, and it's super popular. And HEB is known because they have really good produce, really fresh products overall, and it's very affordable. They have really good prices compared to the rest of the country. So let's say you have a small family, let's say like a family of 3, you, your partner, and maybe a kid. Groceries, depending on what you eat, can be anywhere from about $200, $250 to maybe about $300 a week. Of course, it depends what kind of food you're buying, how often you guys are shopping, and what you eat. But that's kind of a fair range, I think, for that area to be spending on groceries. On the topic of food, South Congress is also known for having a really wide variety of restaurants. There's a lot of little like ma and pa ethnic restaurants which are adorable, and generally you can get a fairly decently priced plate of food. Let's say a plate for dinner for one person can be about $15, depending on what else you choose to get. If it's two of you going out to eat, it'll probably be less than $45 if you go to kind of like a moderate place. But with that said, there's also some really much higher end restaurants right on South Congress, and that can be anywhere from probably $30 to about $50 per plate. And then if you add a bottle of wine, other extras, it would be pretty easy, I think, to spend anywhere from $180, maybe $200 for a nicer dinner for two. I've talked about this in a lot of other videos as well, but Austin has really cheap gas, especially right now during COVID times. I think today gas is right around $175, maybe $180, depending where you go. Just because of the sheer amount of traffic in the South Congress neighborhood, I think the gas is probably a tiny bit more expensive, just because having a gas station in a prime location, of course, is going to be more expensive. But I don't think it would be more than $1.90, maybe $2 a gallon over there. Pre-COVID, I do remember seeing gas in the South Congress area for like $2.25 to about $2.45, and that was kind of at the height. So overall, really affordable gas, very affordable groceries. Going out to eat, it kind of depends what you like. So yeah, that's basically all I got on the cost of living of the South Congress neighborhood. If you have any other questions or any comments about this area, or are just curious to see how much other stuff costs that I may not have thought of, please feel free to leave a comment at the bottom. I think it's over here for you guys. I'm always happy to hear what you have to say and answer any questions. Like I mentioned earlier, I am a realtor in the area. I live and work and breathe Austin, Texas. If you want to learn everything about living, breathing, working, sleeping, playing in the ATX, please make sure to click that subscribe button and click that notification button so that you get notified every time that I have a new video. I get calls from folks just like you every day who are wanting to relocate and learn more about Austin. I super love it. If you're thinking about relocating anywhere in the Austin metro, please feel free to call, text, email, or send me an Instagram DM, whatever works for you. If you want to move to Austin, I got you. Thanks so much. Till next time.